have some hands up, please, if that's possible. We need the hand up emoji. I'll be able to call it. Those of you who aren't asking a question, we'll get phone onto mute because it's just coming back in here a little wee bit. So we haven't got any hands up at the moment. If anyone wants to ask a question, they would like to. It'll be a very quick press conference. There we go. Nick Ames for the first question. Nick.
I'll be completely happy about that.
Hi, Jurgen. Is that the sort of win that wins you titles?
If you do it 38 times, yes, absolutely. If you do it once, no. But anyway, it's really important and feels really big today for us, to be honest, because it was a very difficult game. The wind makes football really difficult, and today, especially for the dominant side, it makes it really difficult. We missed a lot of chances, and we had to defend the counterattacks of Wolves with an incredibly quick Traoré, and so that was the challenge today. But in this difficult circumstance, I like the game we played, because we played between the lines in the first half really well. The start was maybe not outstanding, because we had to learn a little bit how we can play them. But when the boys found it out, then it looked really, really good. Apart from the finishing, obviously, or the last pass, these kind of things. So it was clear, when you don't score, you just have to keep going, and that's what we did. And yeah. And then Divock Origi, the legend, came and finished it off for us. I love it.
Thank you, Nick. We'll go to Paul Joyce and then David Lynch. They're the next two hands we've got up, and that's it at the moment. Paul.
Yeah, and that ability to keep going to the end is something that has been a trademark of your side in the past. Keep pushing for the win, and that was shown again, really.
We said it after the game. It was like in the good old times, our good old times, like 2 years ago or so, when we really needed it badly. And like Aston Villa or wherever it was, I don't remember all of them, but it's important skill. It's important skill to stay positive. We didn't have that. It was not needed too often this season, but it's still an incredibly important skill. And thank God we could show it today. And but look, it's not a lucky win, even though, of course, it's lucky when you're going to score that late, but it's not a lucky win in the sense of that they had no chance after chance. No, we had chance after chance and just didn't score. So I think the point would have been lucky for Wolves, and so it's the right result.
Okay, we've got David Lynch and then James Pearce, and that's it for the hands up. David.
Jurgen, obviously another big moment for Divock Origi. He constantly comes up with these. Can you explain why he has that knack for scoring big goals?
Because he's an incredible finisher. If we don't know it at Liverpool, who should know it then? So we saw that so often. And how sad it's difficult to get 500 minutes a week in this team because of the players we have. But Divock Origi is an incredible football player, and he's great in his moments. He doesn't need a lot of run up or whatever or time to find into a game, and especially not in this game today. It was his game. He could be Divock Origi 100% in and around the box. Use your body, use your technique, finish the situations just off. He was unlucky with the ball before, I think. Was involved in a lot of good moments. He was a threat before he scored. But this kind of goals we see plenty of times in training and everywhere. So, and so winning in the 95th minute is great. But when Div scores a goal, it makes it even better, to be honest.
Thank you. And at the moment, it's the last question. It's James Pearce, which is the last hand up we have. James.
Jurgen, you mentioned a couple of months ago that you were expecting offers to come in for Divock last summer. Did you actually expect him to move on? Did you think that might have been the end of his Liverpool career at the end of last season?
If I would be in another club, I would go for him. So, and I thought that would happen. That's true, because of he didn't have the massive game time. But again, I cannot believe that people think if you don't play for Liverpool, you cannot be good. This team is outstanding, and if you are here number 12, 13, 14, then you are outstanding. That's what it is. But I'm very happy that he's still here, actually, and didn't expect it to happen, but I wouldn't have been surprised. But that's it.
Yeah, and he doesn't seem to have a sulk or feel sorry for himself when he hasn't been picked this season. He seems to have positively affected games almost every time he's come on, which obviously says a lot about him as a personality.
top striker and top boy. That's how it is. He's already for a long time here at Liverpool. Came here very young and scored some of the most important goals in the history of this club. So, yeah, he's a positive boy. That's true, and I'm really happy.
Okay, this is the very last question, John Hazelwood, and then we'll finish. John. Oh, John, we can't hear you, I'm afraid. I don't know if it's the headset. If you want to pull the headset out and give it a go.
How's that?
Perfect, we can hear you now.
Can you hear that?
Yeah, we can.
Could you expand, Jurgen, on how important this victory was in the context of your season? Because it's not a glamorous victory, it's not a flash victory, but it's a really hard-earned victory that you eked out.
Okay, what do we have today? Match day number? Was 14? 14, 15, what was match day today?
I'll say in a second.
Nobody knows which match day?
Yeah, it's 15.
15. Okay, means we have not even half the season. So that you have glamorous wins like 20, 25 times a year is really unlikely. So who cares? We have to win football games in different ways. And today it was that way. The game was really difficult. I think you all saw Wolves playing this year very often, and means Wolves usually plays completely different football than they were allowed to play against us today. So we really pushed them back. We really played, we were at them. Our pressing was outstanding. Counter press, a lot of moments. Recovery runs great. And then we create chances, but there was wind and a deep defending side and all these kind of things that makes it not easier. So, and that I'm not surprised that the boys stay on track, but I don't take it for granted as well. So it means I'm really happy that we could show that skill set again today, because it was for a while not needed now, but today it was needed and it's still there, and I'm really happy about that.
Fantastic. Thank you, everybody.
Thanks.
Bye-bye.
Strange last question. It's like if you've never watched football before.